All right. So this morning we shall be talking about personal leadership. Personal leadership. And the question I want to ask you this morning, we shall be talking about personal leadership. The question I want to ask you is, who will take responsibility for occurrences in your life? If things are not working as desired, who is responsible for it? Well, in this part of the world, most times we blame God. We blame God for our experiences. Most times we blame it onto God. God, this one is not working. My business is not working. My job is not working. My career is not working. But let me tell you, you are 70% responsible for the outcome of your life. Tell somebody. You are 70% responsible for the outcome of your life. It's not just all about God. It's more of you than more of God. After all, so many people who don't even know God, they do well, isn't it? You wonder, as this woman, that this wicked man, and he's doing well, not because he's even using powers, because there are principles that govern outcomes. Life success is not predicated by activities alone, but by right activities. You know, it's by the right activity. So, this one I want to make us to understand by personal leadership that it's not all up to God. We have a responsibility for outcomes of whatever it is that happens around our life, and how we can navigate around it to bring a better result in our life. Because if you look at the Bible, Luke 16 verse 11, it says, if you are faithful in little, God will commit more to you. If you are faithful in little, God will commit more to you. That means God will not commit more to you when you cannot lead yourself well. When you cannot lead your life well, you can't lead wealth. If you cannot lead your time well, can't lead your decisions well, you can't lead your emotions well, you can't lead wealth. Leadership begins within you. It begins with you. If you can't lead yourself, you can't lead wealth. God's abundance and wealth is committed to folks who can lead themselves. Because, like I said, I'll be asking you some questions. The other question you should ask is that, am I leading myself well? Because today is a seed of tomorrow. You can't say you are going to have a bright future when you are not sowing the seed of that future today. The outcome of your life tomorrow is going to be a function of the seed you are sowing today. The investment you are investing today is going to determine the outcome of your life tomorrow. You know, in any part of the world, we like to run our life on cliches, on lies, on philosophies, by midwife fables. You know, I was on set on Galaxy TV on Thursday, and we're talking about somebody was saying that cheating or polygamy is in the nature of man. As African man, you are permitted to cheat. You are permitted to have some. I said lies. When God created a man, He created one man and one woman, because embedded in the diet and the libido or the desires, in the wirings and the workings of a man is only meant to fit into one woman. But because of our mentality of the software we have put in ourselves, we think we need more. That's not according to design. So God has put in you all that you ever need to become whoever you need to be. But how are you living and maximizing those potentials? So these are the things we're going to be looking at as well. And also you're going to ask yourself, are my decisions aligning with my vision? Are my decisions aligning with my vision? I desire in the next 5 years to be so place. But what are you doing now that you think will take me to that place? See, life is not run by assumptions. Assumption is a mother of frustration. If you think achievement in life is based on assumption, on by wishful thinking, you can't achieve great things in life like that. So wealth creation is first not about money. It's not first about money. It's about management of yourself. Management of yourself. Because before God will enable you to or entrust wealth to you, He has to be ensured that you can lead your time. I've told you. You can lead your emotions. You can lead your habits. And decisions are right. You see, Psalm 14 verse 2. I love the scripture a lot. Psalm 14 verse 2 says, God is looking down on the earth, looking for who is still following him. So there's no man. So from time to time, God is coming to check your life to see how aligning are you to principles. How you are working. He said, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. See, a lot of times we blame God a lot. The same way we blame the devil. If I begin to ask you now, I was talking to a woman, I said, why is your life like this? He said, it's the devil. How come? You had 4 children. They took them from you. Your co-wives. The husband had 3 or 4 wives. And you were giving birth and they were taking the children from you. And you are just moving up and down with no child. The man married 2 wives and did not have any children. And they brought the woman to the house, making the 3rd wife. And she had about 5 children. The 2 wives shared all the children among themselves. And she was just walking up and down. I said, why are you like this? He said, no, it's the devil. I said, are you all right? The devil, what has the devil got to do with your children? He said, they're taking them from me. You must be very stupid. Not just the devil. So the gullibility and the stupidity of our life, we transfer it on God and on the devil without realizing the fact that we are failing ourselves in all that we need to do. And the earlier we come alive to responsibility, to reality of the responsibility of taking responsibility for our life, the better it's going to be for us. Because personal leadership is the foundation upon which financial dominion is built. It's a foundation. If you're not disciplined, you can't get more. Personal leadership is the foundation upon which financial dominion is built. I said, like I told you, you cannot lead yourself. If you cannot lead yourself, you cannot lead wealth. See, worldly people are not just living their life by law. They are people who are lived by discipline. They are lived by a great decisions that foster the change they've seen in their lives. They have inculcated lacks of discipline, lacks of delayed gratification, great desires. They anticipate the future and they're working towards it. So, like I told you, today is the seed of tomorrow. So whatever you sow today is what you get tomorrow. Whatever you sow today is what you get tomorrow. Because life is not on fiction. Life is real. You can't afford to waste it. In a movie, when you shoot a movie, when you don't like the outcome of that movie, you can cancel the movie. A friend of mine shot a movie after they have spent a lot of money, and the investors called him and said, no, you have to cancel. We don't like this one. We can't like this one. We can't put this kind of movie of African magic. We have to. I was asking him, what are you going to do? He said, we have to shoot the movie all over again. Life is not like you can't shoot all over again. We can correct some things, but don't forget, every action you take, every seed you sow, it becomes a reality that you bear. So let's look at very quickly this morning 7 keys to wealth creation through personal leadership. Information is what brings transformation. If you want to see change in your life, you have to change your approach and your response to information that comes to you. You have no excuse because God will ask you all that you are learning, what are you doing with them? Number 1, Self-discipline. That's a mastery over desires. Self-discipline. You have to be disciplined. It's in 1 Corinthians 9 verse 22. Talks about that. Work requires doing what is necessary, not what is convenient. Work creation requires you doing what is necessary, not what is convenient. How are you using your time? Your control over your spending, over your emotions, and over your daily habits. What are you doing? Are you doing what is convenient? You are making choices on a daily basis. Choices that will determine the outcome of the future. So what are you doing with your time? What are you doing with your life? Because time is life. What you do with your time determines what you do with your life. See, the secret of billionaires are in their routine. The secrets of billionaires are where? In their routine. What they do on a daily basis. So self-discipline. Look at the man called Warren Buffett. But Buffett, even though he's a billionaire, this man will not buy too much of a flashy car. He will still drive live a simple life. In fact, we read the story of Sam Walton, the owner of Walmart, the founder of Walmart, the multi-billion-dollar organization. While the man was alive, he was driving pickup. What he drives all around was pickup. Yet in fact, as of today, Walmart is the highest earning company. They run into, they earn about $630 billion every year in income. More than Apple, more than Saudi Arabia oil, which generated 611, more than Nigeria oil. They are generating a lot. But the founder, while alive, as number one, number two, richest man in the world, in his days, he was still riding or driving pickup. So you have to discipline with yourself and with your time. Number two, vision and direction. Your vision will direct your actions. Your vision, Habakkuk 2 verse 2, is to write the vision down, that he that readeth may run it, may run. What is your vision? Your vision is talking about the picture of your future. What is your vision? What's your direction? You cannot build a wealth without clear direction. Without clear direction, where do you want to go? Your vision guides your decisions. Sometimes, a lot of time, we run our life unconsciously, and we want to get wealth like that. Activities don't equal accomplishment. Oh, I go out in the morning, I come back at night, go out in the morning, come back. It doesn't equal accomplishment. You have to be strategic. That's why we are teaching you these things. It's not enough to work hard, but work smart. Prioritize activities. Understand what needs to be done. Understand how to improve yourself. A time will come when you are grown old and you look back and say, oh, I learned a lot, but what have I applied? How much have I achieved with all I have learned? You will speak of great testimony in Jesus' name. You will not regret and look back and say, and Pastor taught us all these things. Without vision, money is wasted. The reason why a lot of people say we have careless money is because they lack vision for the money. So people get a lot of money, they're going to put it on bet because they lack vision. When you lack vision, you lack the mindset of investment. If they give you 1 billion today, what are you going to do with 1 billion? Because your vision cannot accommodate 1 billion. You just feel that it's a very big money, and you begin to live a reckless life. A man will begin to marry more wives and sleep with more women. A woman will just begin to kick the husband away and begin to misbehave. But that's what happens. That's why most of our women in society who have money don't have husband. Because like Nigerian ladies, the moment they have money, they are so proud. The same thing with Nigerian men. They are so arrogant. They lack the value. The vision for the money. The vision for the money. Because they think being wealthy or having abundance is to flaunt feathers. No, it is to make impact. So make impact. Number three, consistency and daily habits. I told you earlier, the secret of billionaires are where? In their routine, what they are doing on a daily basis. Galatians 6 verse 9 is our scripture. Wealth is a product of repeated right habits. Wealth is a product of repeated right actions. What you are doing daily basis. What you are doing with your time Because if you ask what your future looks like, it is like the seed you sow today. If you're asking me, what's your future like? It is like a seed you are sowing today. You don't need to deceive yourself. If you are sowing no future, no seed of future today, you have no bright future. Bright future is a myth. We have bright future. Who told you have bright future? It is what will determine your bright future is a seed you are sowing today. Life runs with principles. It says, seed time and harvest shall not cease. Genesis 8 verse 22. What investment, what seed of learning, what seed of effort are you making today? It's always going to quantify the future. Like somebody who has worked with the government for 35 years, what's going to expect after 35 years is rest assured that after 35 years, I will have a pension. Isn't it? And we have been calculating his pension. But somebody who has not worked, who has not done anything, after 35 years, what's he expecting? No pension anywhere. Or better still, is going to wait for his children will take care of him. But Bible says, a righteous man leaveth inheritance for his children's children. You know, there are so many things we have bastardized our mindset in this part of the world. Yeah, John Jomo, all of those stuff is good. But don't put your mind in such things. That's reversing the scriptures. The Bible says, a righteous man leaveth inheritance for his what? Children's children. But in this part of the world, you think because you are sending children to school, you are sending them to, you are investing. See, your children, sending children to school is not an investment. It's your responsibility. It's like you are paying bills. It's you are paying bills for lights. You are paying bills for water. So it's your responsibility. It's not sending them to school so that you can wait and begin to collect black tax on them. That's what I pay as you. Now send it to school, I've done everything, or I come and begin to take it. No. That's why when you are young, you need to understand this. Invest. In fact, before your children graduate from university or you get from school, you have built an investment where they can work and take. There should be a second generation worthy folks. So we must be consistent in doing all this daily habit. Small daily improvement compounds into massive results. Avoid get rich quick scheme. I was speaking at Ikeja last week, and one guy was asking a question: what kind of investment can we do? I made an investment. We were adding as an investment, and since that time they've been talking about any investment. I said it's a scam. I said, what kind of investment do you invest in? I said CBEX, right? He said something like CBEX. I said, why you will scam yourself. If you invest in a get rich quick something investment, they said they will give you 30% returns in 1 month, in 2 months. It's a scam. That's what we like in Africa. That's what we like in Nigeria. We love get rich quick. Invest now and get 30% in 1 month. Where will you see that? Not even T-bills will give you that. That's what has to do with government bonds and government treasury bills. It won't give you 30% in 1 month. Not even in 1 year. But we love get rich quick. So you have to avoid get rich quick, mindset. That's where they have duped a lot of people. Jeff Bezos built Amazon. And for almost 8 to 10 years, they were not making profits. They have this long-term vision. Long-term vision. A lot of average businessmen, you start a business today, you want to make profit today. How much did I make today? How much have I? You just started. You are already complaining of how much are we making? How much you are not making? How many customers are coming here? That's the first thing. How well is your business known? What impact are you making? Are people buying your product satisfied? These are the things you be asking questions. Not how much in terms of profit. Yeah, if money is coming in, yes, it's good for you to understand the money is coming. But not that you are so much interested in profit at the beginning. Jeff Bezos waited 8 years. 8 years. Facebook waited about 5 years before they started making profit. Number 4, continuous learning and self-development. Personal leadership is built on continuous learning. Proverbs 4 verse 7, he said, wisdom is profitable to direct. Wisdom is profitable to direct. Wisdom is a principal thing. I beg your pardon. Ecclesiastes 10 verse 10 says, wisdom is profitable to direct. Proverbs 4 verse 7 says, wisdom is the principal thing. And you can't get to wisdom where you don't learn. how much training are you going for? These are the seed you should be sowing today. The seed you'll be sowing now, you have the energy, is to sow seed of learning. There was a program Pastor Samani did yesterday called The Shift at a hotel on Luxembourg and on the island. And a ticket for general sitting was 50,000. That's online. You know. And this is kind of a training you should be going to. Meetings.